Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Open Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today we are checking out MegaFactory Titan, which is a base building automation style game where you have to build your base, you guessed it, on Titan. Anyway, it looks a little bit jank, but let's jump into things and see what we've got going on. It doesn't particularly matter who we pick as our starting sort of person, starting clan, I guess. We're just going to go with the Dawn Seekers, reduced rent. We start with a bunch of maglev tube and some vaporizer stacks and a rover. Does it matter? Not particularly. We're going to jump into hard mode and we're going to disable the tutorial and we're going to chat about what the heck is going on. As ever, I've done my homework and I know what we need to do, and so we are going to try and do just that. So this is the game. The premise of this game is actually kind of interesting. So you land with a rover, and that's all you've got. So we are able to sort of move around, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go for a little bit of an explorer before we start to build out and sort of get this show on the road. There's a whole bunch of like resource deposits which are just sort of chilling around, and that's actually kind of important for what we are going to do, because different resources will be able to be refined into different components and different items. So we need to be very, very careful about where we end up placing down our first structure. So yeah, this is a surprisingly deep. Your rover found a working building breaker inside ruins. Oh, cool. Well, we will go around ruins. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, we've got a nice little area explored here, but that's okay. Let's go and explore the ruins, eh? Oh, wowzers! Hey, we found a map. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, that's excellent. Right. So we kind of can see at a glance what we've got going on. Well, I think what we want to do in the first instance is I think that we probably want to try and settle our base down over here. I don't know if there's a way that I can get rid of those pesky clouds. Unfortunately, or should I say fortunately, there is. Yeah, because they're just making everything so much worse. Anyway, right, so we need to get our headquarters down. Very, very easy to do. But before we do that, we actually need to buy our first chunk of land. What do we think is more worthwhile, this bit or this bit? We need to get a bit that has concrete in. I think we'll take this bit first. Yeah, okay. So as I say, the premise of this game is that you start off with nothing, as you can probably see, but a rover. As you can see, we have a whole bunch of money at the moment, which we just used to buy a little bit of territory. Also, it looks like some of my competitors have bought adjacent territory to me, which is pretty rude, not gonna lie. And in fact, you can see that their headquarters are coming down. My headquarters are going to come down via rocket. That is very, very rude. So who have we got over here? The Federal Outpost, Greater Saturn Federal Authority, and then we've also got the Titan First Colony over here, which is fine. We have a couple of objectives, and by couple of objectives, I mean we have one objective to pay off our starter loan, which is fine. We're okay with that. We'll deal with that. Anyway, let's see if we can start. Let's see if we can start getting the very, very basic components of a factory up and running. We've landed an outpost on Titan. We're looking to build up our arsenal, and if you have too much slag, we can take that off you for a price. Okay, we'd like to buy 20 wire for an X amount of money, and we can get some reward. Well, I'll take a little bit of extra cash. See what you've got going on. 30 building frame. Look, this doesn't actually particularly matter at this moment in time, because what really matters is that we get the as I say, the basics of extraction down. So as I say, the way that this game works, we're going to build an extractor. Brilliant. The extractors can move around. We're going to set the extractor to mine the limestone sand, which will refine into concrete and also into agrochemicals. You can actually see that the terrain will be modified as the... Didn't mean to click off that. As the machine goes to work, which is exactly what we like to see. At the moment, though, there's no valid drop-off spot for the machine, for the excavator, so we'll set this, boom, as a drop-off spot. Does mean that the journey is going to be a little bit further than I would perhaps like, but that's not necessarily a problem. Anyway, the point is that we don't actually own anything that we've put down. As you can actually see, you can see that there's a whole bunch of stuff here, and we're gonna have to pay back. We're gonna have to pay back all of our costs at the moment. We're renting. We've got maintenance costs here as well. So there's a lot of stuff that can potentially go wrong. We just need to make sure that we're growing and we're building and we're expanding, and that's what it's all about. What has this guy got over here? Our gun turret. Well, that's terrifying. I don't know how the combat system works because that wasn't in the tutorial. So we'll get to that later, no doubt. Anyway, let's at least get some sort of research program started. We need to manufacture building frames and wires for our compatriots. So we might as well, I guess, start doing that. Let's get a research lab down. We need to make sure that we don't build too close to the hydrocarbon lake. Again, pretty darn cool. There is a day-night cycle, by the way, and obviously that, you know, matters because of our rental income. Again, we've got a research lab that's costing us a lot of money because we don't actually own it. We're just renting it. So that is what it is. Anyway, how do we research the wire? We can research that by putting in aluminum blocks, copper blocks, or tungsten blocks. Well, we do actually have tungsten, or the ability to produce tungsten, which is quite nice. Maybe let's do the building frames in the first instance, because I think I care more about getting concrete done first. We can move this around, by the way. That's no issues at all. Right, so in order to make concrete, we need to get a smelter, which we absolutely will. And then we need to stick in basalt, limestone, or sandstone, or reprocessed slag. Also apply a little bit of power. Bada bim, bada boom, you get concrete. It's just that simple. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We've already got the limestone in place, which is perfect. We're going to get... actually, we're going to get quite a lot of smelters. This is going to increase my rental income quite dramatically. But I think it's the right thing to do. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll also get ourselves another storehouse at the other side. And am I happy, content with just one single research facility? I think I am, because we only need to get, what, 10 lots of 2 concrete. So do the maths on that. That's 20 concrete. It is going to pollute the area a little bit, but I'm not super bothered about that. And there's also a little bit of waste heat, but that's fine. Right, let's set these all to make concrete. Bada bim, bada boom. We'll sort out the other bits in a second. You can hear that water lapping away in the background. We're gonna get 2 solar panels down. I think that should be enough. Get that down over there. That down over there for the power grid, and we should be golden in just a second after we get the maglev tubes down. Now we actually already start with the maglev tubes. Which means that we're not actually going to be renting them. We're actually just straight up going to be paying for them. So if I'm not mistaken, if we have a little look, yeah, that's right. Look at that. No rental cost associated with maglev, because as I say, all these smelters and stuff, we don't own them. We don't own them. We are just renting them for the time being. That's fine. It's a little janky, the process of sticking stuff or getting the belts sorted, the maglev belts, whatever the heck they're called. But I can endure that. Anyway, so we got concrete. We've got loads and loads of concrete. It's just a matter of time before we get the building frame, before we get the ability to manufacture building frames, I should say. I'm very much looking forward to doing that. Low orbit mercantile guild. They're eager for resources. Prices may vary. Okay, that's good to note. Interesting. Okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Is that these guys over here? Come on, yeah, it's commodity exchange over there. That's fine. That's good. That's good intel. We have a wind turbine. Oh yeah, I forgot that we had a wind turbine. We might as well get one. So the wind is kind of dynamic, I believe. Looks like there's a sort of high pressure wind area over there. I don't really rate our wind setup, to be honest. I could place it, but I don't think it's worth me. I don't think it's worth me doing that. Anyway, we're going to continue to accumulate a whole bunch of concrete unless we do something with it. But we're not going to do anything with it quite yet. He says, how do we make building frames? Building frames requires 2 concrete. Okay, I take it immediately back. We're going to start manufacturing some building frames with factories. Now, factories cost a heck of a lot of money, which is why my expenses ended up jumping up extraordinarily high. That's fine. Go, get that down, get that down. The weird thing is that the resources only come out of the storehouse after the building has been assigned to build it. So there's going to be no sort of like a glut on the belt situation. You know, there's no chance of that happening, as in Factorio or anything like that. In fact, I got to be honest, this is looking really, really nice, and I'm very, very happy with the way that this is coming together. Let's hold off a second. Hold off a second, wait a little bit, and then we'll maybe take some action to get these whatever they're called, building frames delivered to the appropriate place. Building frames, by the way, are very, very cool for a couple of reasons. One, obviously, is that we can fix this trade, and we can get ourselves some cash, which is going to be wonderful. Thank you for the notification that I autosaved. That's cool. But also, because it's going to allow us to manufacture our own buildings, as opposed to just renting them from somebody. Also, I need to pay off my my initial debt, so I need to pay off 40,000. I did not start with 40,000. That is presumably an extraordinarily large rate of interest, but that's fine. Okay, so building frames are looking good. Let's go and get a prefabricator. I'm gonna get a prefabricator right over here. I think that might already... if it's not in the power grid, it's going to need extra power, because we are going to... I guarantee you... Look at this. Total generated, total needed. We don't need very much at the moment, but as soon as I tell this prefabricator to start making stuff, then it's going to get crazy. Anyway, we're going to turn this on to single manufacture mode, which is good. We might set it as high priority for power, but we'll wait a little bit before doing that. And then we're going to start manufacturing some warehouses. Now, warehouses... Oh, I need to make sure that's connected up. Warehouses are just bigger storehouses, but that's, you know, not necessarily an issue. We'll let this get all assembled, and in fact, to be honest, I need to make, what, 1, 2, 3 storehouses. Yeah, so after we finish the... Yeah, look at that. No power. How much power is needed? Total generated, total needed? Yeah, we have nowhere near enough power, because these things just... I mean, they just consume power. They just devour it. So we'll get some extra solar panels. We'll get that sorted. But soon, we'll be fine. All purchases 75% off. Who's this? Conflux Market. I've... Exploration maps? I'll take that. Sure, absolutely. Heck yeah, dude. Okay, that's brilliant. Malachites, pyrite, quartz. There's so many resources. There's so many resources. It's such a rich atmosphere that we've got in... Can I buy more exploration maps? Can we see... Is that allowed? I feel like I didn't really get many extra visions there. What am I talking about? Anyway, look at that. We've got a warehouse. We have a warehouse in store now, which is great. Anyway, that doesn't particularly matter. Give me the brand new... Give me a couple of brand new storehouses, actually. Right. I'm going to order them because I don't want to ever get to a situation where I end up overproducing storage. I mean, it's quite complicated to get set up, so I want to make sure that we do this, we do our due diligence on this. Anyway, we're almost ready to start making some real money. Anyway, there is no power over the course of the evening. Also, we need to get this wire. What did I say was needed for wire? Aluminium or tungsten. So we need to get another extractor. Excavator, that is. And in fact, I will get one of these. There we go. Right over the top here. Mine there. Empty there. Perfect. That's great. And we'll get some smelters. 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Excellent. And we'll make sure that that's connected up to the power grids. And we will smelt. I don't think that we can smelt tungsten here. Okay, that's a problem. No, so... tungsten... Oh, no, we can smelt tungsten. What am I talking about? I was going to say, tungsten has a very, very high melting point, and maybe that's why we can't smelt it in a basic smelter, but no, we can. It's fine. Anyway, of course, we have no power. It's nighttime, and we only have solar panels, so, you know, no great surprise there, right? Anyway, that's that. That's that. Let's get a storehouse on the output side. Go, and then we're actually just going to move this right over to here, and we're going to plonk that down over there. This is a good sort of opportunity to get us set up and sort of situated over the course of the night, and I am feeling quite comfortable about how we're doing. Right, total generated is nowhere near, absolutely nowhere near our total needed, but that's okay. Well met. Pop by sometimes. We sell new gear every day. Fuel weaponry, no permit needed. Thank you. Okay, who's that? Land Shark Real Estate Company. Who calls themselves Land Shark Retail Company? Exploration maps. Or we could take a loan out, but I don't want to do that. That seems like a... I mean, I'm not taking out a loan from a loan shark. A literal loan shark. Anyway, let's get this wire researched. We still need a whole bunch of extra power, don't we? Yeah, we absolutely do. We absolutely do. I think we need more land, to be honest. Some decent wind. Some decent wind round here. I'll need to keep an eye on this area to see how it ends up for wind. There is also the possibility, by the way, the distinct possibility, as I order more of those, the distinct possibility that we can buy more land. I mean, it all costs roughly the same, but I think before we do that, I'm going to just wait a little bit, just to sort of get a... Our research is done. Excellent. Just before we do that, I'm just going to sort of roughly wait a little bit just to make sure that we have everything that we need, and then we can get cracking. Also, yeah, I need to get this building frame sorted. Right, so I need to go transport, and then I need to buy a cargo transport. So the cargo transport is basically just like our rover, except it's going to allow us to... No, I need you to embark on a trade mission, and I need you to do 30 building frame to Titan Colony. Set that as the pickup spot, and you should just pretty much do what you do. So there we go. We load you up with 50. I don't know why. That's fine. That's looking great. Incoming call. What's up, bud? One forge? Artillery. We need a permit for artillery. Anyway, look at that. We're doing it. Or we did it. We absolutely did it. That's very, very nice. Anyway, that's one of the things that we can do with the cargo truck. We can also set up sort of like internal routes if we want to. I'm not particularly... Whoa! Don't know what that was. Not particularly in need of that at the moment. Substation. Okay. We're unlocking new stuff. Anyway, the point that I was trying to make earlier. What's really, really cool about this whole rental system? I'll take bonus cash, thanks. If we make the mineral wool. What's really, really cool about this rental system is that we can actually return... We can actually return everything. So... I'm going to return all the storehouses, and that is going to make, I mean, a very, very, very minimal amount of difference to, yeah, I mean, it's going to take my rent from, like, 635 down to 631. Same with the power lines. We'll get those all returned as well. But stuff like the research lab, right? I mean, stuff like the research lab, the factories as well, the prefabricator, this costs a lot of money to rent from, you know, the company. And so therefore, if we can reduce that, then that would be great. I don't need land at enhanced prices. Only 10% daily interest. Wow, what a lovely, lovely, nice thing to do. Anyway, this tech tree is looking pretty darn nice, if I do indeed say so myself. Lots and lots of stuff on here. Love a big tech tree. Let's select mineral wool, and let's get started on that. We need basalt. That's not going to happen for a little while. That's not going to happen for a little while at all. Right, let's get some wire sorted. as far as I'm aware, no, like, real... No. No real capacity issues. As I say, look, you can see the little bits and bobs being dispatched as and when they are needed. So, no congestion or anything like that. We'll get wire. We'll prepare for the next trade envoy that we're going to do, which is very exciting. Mineral wool, yeah, we can deal with that later. I mean, I don't love either of these sort of blocks. We can purchase land from our neighbors, but I mean that seems just like really stupid. Let's get our rover. Let's go and do a little bit of exploring, just to see what's going on. And we've got, by the looks of it, the opportunity to get a... There we go. Hold on, stash that in the headquarters. Yep. Sort that out. Brilliant. Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. We're looking for the opportunity to fulfill our next research objective. That is to say, some basalt would be nice. Maybe wind-wise, I mean, that would be interesting. Nice. Thanks for the wire. Enjoy the extra money. Cool. Yeah, no sign of anything super useful. I mean, there is stuff up here. But we're sort of hemmed in. We're sort of hemmed in at this side. Let's go. Right. Send the rover around a little bit more, and we can see what we can do. Again, it's like I'm not super worried about this. Take trash, allow slag deliveries, exploration, scavenger trophy. No, I don't really need any trophies. I mean, the commodity exchange, I suspect, yeah, is going to allow for trading of wire and a whole bunch of other things. I mean, it's going to be at an absolutely abysmal price. Is that mine? Building breaker. Oh, I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize I had the building breaker. You know what? Just chill over here. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with you. I'm just gonna, you know, we're just gonna chill. We're just gonna chill for now. Water ice, water ice. Well, this is hot garbage over here. Let me tell you that. That's hot garbage. Let's get the... Where is it? Cargo transport. There you go. I knew you were somewhere. Let's get you... No. Let's get you to do... Hold on. Not the building breaker. Set as pickup point. Yep. Set as drop-off point. Beautiful. So... Cargo transport should be able to transport 50 wire a pop. That'll work out quite nicely. I hope. I think. We have no power because it's the evening time, of course. Yep. Anyway, that's going to allow us to generate some money. I mean, it's like nothing. It's basically nothing. But it is what it is. Right. Mineral wool, mineral wool, mineral wool. Also, how on earth we make a forge, I'm not really sure. It's in a prefabricator, and it's with 10 copper or 5 tungsten. That might be possible, you know? Oh, I didn't even realize, but the thingy's been expanded. Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. We can actually cut down our costs a little bit. Steel. Steel, and we're able to get 10 gates, warehouse, a substation. I'll take that, sure. Okay. So we can make a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's get some smelters. I mean, we need like, what, 6 smelters? Oh. Right. We need building frames. We need wires. And we need sulfur. I mean, that's... Okay, that's going to be a disaster. Wire plus silica plus a capacitor as well. Well, that's not possible. Okay, so what I said, basically, we can make canals. That's kind of cool. We can do land reclamation as well, by the looks of it. Yeah, we can definitely do land reclamation. So we could, you know, we could dam the hydrocarbon lake. Limestone. Dude, this is less than ideal. Oh, I'd love to be able to automatically research. That would be kind of nice. I don't think that there's anything else that we can... Extruder. What would that allow us to do? An extruder or a forge? I mean, forge is not... A forge is definitely possible. Forge is definitely possible. Tell you what, let's try and do that. That's what? That's slag. Wait, what? Ah, hold up. I tell you what. Yeah, that's what we need. Allow slag deliveries. Take it off your hands for a small price. Disconnect. Brilliant. Okay. I have no idea how much we're actually going to end up spending on that, but that's fine. Set as pickup points. Filter what kinds of goods this thing can take. Slag only. Yep. And set as drop-off point. Okay. I did not know that... there was an output of slag. I should have noted that. I should have noted that. Right. And we still need to pay off our debts, which is fine. Which is very, very okay. Right, let's get some more warehouses on the go. Let's just, you know, always be producing. That's what's important. Always be producing. Getting rid of our wires as well. That's pretty good. I mean, there's just absolutely nothing. More limestone over there. If I can maybe do a little bit of a yoink around here. Let's also go and see what's in those ruins, because there's usually some good stuff, or some semi-good stuff, over in the ruins. Copper, concrete, silica. What did we get? Secrets to mineral wool technology. Oh, that's actually perfect. Except it's not perfect because we still need a source of basalt. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we're not in a bad place. It's just you know, somewhat suboptimal, I guess. Right, can we return anything yet? No. No, we cannot. And the smelter, we just need some very, very complicated stuff for. Wire plus silica. We don't have any of that, do we? We literally are mining everything that we have that is of value. Ah! Basalt. There we go. Now, can I buy this land? I can buy this land. Beautiful. And that makes me very, very happy. So, I think this is probably going to mean that my competitors are going to end up buying extra land as well. That's fine. Okay, this is pretty freaking busy over here. Anyway, no worries on that front. We did finish the wool, the mineral wool. We did finish this. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Okay. What's next? Refinery? Intermediate storage buffer. I mean, that's pretty nice if we can make that happen. Silica. How do we make silica from sandstone, quartz? I mean, I think we might have that over here. Basalt, quartz. Yeah, heck yeah, we do. Okay. So, we're going to need to get like a really sort of like... I mean, unless we just want to buy this land here. I think I actually kind of do want to buy that land. The reason being is that it's going to be pretty imperative for... There we go. Pretty imperative to get... right, I need mineral wool. Let's get mineral wool in the first instance. Okay. We're going to transport that down here. Okay, we're actually going to have 2 inputs. And do I have any more storehouses? No. I have 4 rented storehouses. Well, that's just, I mean, that's just ridiculous. Cancel production. Just keep it on storehouse production. Keep it on storehouse production. There's absolutely no reason not to. Keep it on storehouse production. That is great. Okay. So, this is going to be the basalt area. We're going to transport... What am I looking for? Yeah, we're going to transport this. There's going to be 2 of those. This set as pickup point. This set as drop-off point. Very, very simple setup. Other thing that we're going to get... Boom. Say you. Set as pickup point. Set as drop-off point. And that is going to have its own Dedicated. There we go. Quartz miner. Perfect. Beautiful. Very, very happy with that. That's going to be perfect. Right, so mineral wool. How do we make mineral wool? Literally just in a factory. Bada bim, bada boom. Let's do it. We can absolutely easily do that. Okay, and we'll get one of these over here. Make sure that we get... Oops. Yeah, I know we're going to need a whole bunch of power. I know that it's nighttime. I'm as unhappy about it as everyone else here. Although... Haha. Yoink. We have plenty of pylons. We just don't have enough. We don't have enough of those. We don't have enough. We don't have enough solar panelage. Right. Let's head over here. Keep the rover exploring. It's a little dark in the evening, but that's fine. Still need to pay off our starter loan, and there is a lot to be paid off. Can I return some stuff? Let's return the storehouses. Although, to be brutally honest, there is frightfully little point in even doing that. Quartz, what can quartz be refined into? It's silica, right? And that becomes silica in a smelter. Brilliant. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. We'll get that down as well. We really need to sort of up our production game. I feel like we're just not producing half as much of the stuff that we actually need to be producing. It's just imperative that we produce more. That's fine. Okay, and that in there. Beautiful. I think we might actually be renting a few. Yeah, we're renting 3 power lines now. Again, I think we can just about tolerate that. So, total generation versus total consumption. It is not high. Okay, nice. And let's make sure that we try and, you know, place these solar panels in somewhat of a sensible place. Okay, this is looking and feeling quite nice. This is looking and feeling very, very good. Let's get mineral wool production started. That's going to allow us to get this mineral wool business away. Silica, silica, silica. Excellent. And what did we need for this area over here? We needed autonomous exploration. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be such a huge boost. It really is. There we go. So wire is going to be fed back into here. Excellent. We're going to get another vehicle, which is probably not great. Set as pickup point, set as drop-off points. I'm not super happy about how much it's costing me in vehicle running costs, but frankly, I can't really worry about that too much now. Right, we're going to wait until we're finished with this storehouse, because I think that we have plenty of storehouses, and then I think we're going to shift on over to warehouses. Alternatively, solar panels. How much are solar panels costing me? Like 40 bucks a day? I mean, basically nothing. Basically nothing. Did I place that wind turbine? I have one that's owned, but I haven't actually placed it. Okay. That's gonna at least allow us to sort of conduct our business over the course of the evening. Don't actually know if that's... I think that's feeding in. That's good. Okay. So we're running at pretty decent pace. You're selling all this wire. That's excellent. Let's get you to do 30 mineral wool. Your little trade expedition there. That's nice. Very, very, very good. And hopefully the silica... Hopefully the silica's coming through, but it doesn't really look... Oh, it definitely looks... It definitely is coming through. Okay, that's good. What we really need is... Here's silica. Yeah, so set as pickup point. Set as drop-off point over there. And then we want to bring this through like so. And that will probably allow for just a slightly smoother process, because I think we were only able to drop up to 5 off in the research thingy in the first instance. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of slag here. But to be fair, the real issue is that we've just got too much wire hanging around. A lot of wire hanging around. And we are losing a relatively large amount of cash. Probably got plenty of warehouses now. Yep, got plenty of warehouses. How much do the building frames sell for? Oh no, I didn't realize that the economy was so dynamic. Oh, that's a problem. Right, well, video game. That's an issue. You're doing the trade mission, that's great. Happy days. Thanks for the mineral wool, enjoy the extra cash. Very happy to oblige. Okay, good. Well, I think this... Yeah, no, where's... Is that my vehicle? No, it's not my vehicle. This is my vehicle there. Yeah, nothing in inventory. Passes, drop-off spots. Yeah, okay. You know, let's go set as drop-off point there. That's fine. Okay, so silica we're doing good for. We still need to find a way to do steel and forge or whatever, but that's fine. We'd like you to build us 1 farm within 34 minutes. Endpoint storage buffer, 1 cargo transport. I'll take the cargo transport, but I find it very unlikely that that's going to be... I feel it's very unlikely that that's going to be possible to actually... to fix, but okay. We'll do that. How's the research coming along? It's coming. It's taking a little while. I mean, I could expedite this. Expedite? I feel like that's not a word. I could expedite it if I wanted to get... If I wanted to get more than 1 singular research lab, but I actually am not that bothered about it, to be honest. I think we're in a pretty decent place. Can I use the vaporizer stack? I've got 3 of them. What can I vaporize? What can I vaporize? Does it say? Trash incinerator generates non-renewable power. Enable selling of power substation. Oh, that's good to know. That's very, very good to know. In fact, can I do that right now? You have no storage substation to place. Okay, so I can't actually rent the substation. Ah, there you go. Okay. Deconstruct mode. Boom. Get rid of that. And I think that should go back into my inventory if I'm not mistaken. He says. There we go. Yes, it does indeed. Perfect. So we are out of power because it is evening time. That should be set on a high priority for power. But I don't think that we can produce 25 megawatts from this wind turbine anyway. No. Not on a bad day, that's for sure. So we still need to build the farm. Maglev endpoint is blocked. Yeah, the real issue is I just haven't cleaned that up. Sorry. We found a map of somewhere. Nice big old hydrocarbon lake. Keep on hitting up ruins. Difficult to see anything, actually, over the course of the night. I don't like games that have dynamic day-night cycles. If they have dynamic day-night cycles, make it an option, please. Just to turn it off or just, you know, have the effects of the night, but for it to remain the day. Because, God, I just can't deal with decreased visibility for very little reason. Man, it's going to be really, really nice to have proper 24-hour power, isn't it? Okay. Still no shout of returning the rentals or anything like that. Yeah, so much demand for power and so little power that's actually coming. Oh, we found money inside the ruins. It's cool. Auto-saved. Mineral wool technology. Yeah, well, that's old news. Any more ruins that we can go and ruin? Metaphorically, of course. Don't think so. 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 Okay, right. Let's have a little look at the rentals, see what we're spending a lot of money on. The prefabricator, I mean, I don't think that we can actually... We can't manufacture the prefabricator, can we? No. I think that's a bit daft. You know what? I am going to get a second. I am going to get a second lab, because... life's too short, you know? Also, it's going to probably mess up my power a lot. Autonomous exploration. There we go. Oh, we can actually have independent labs working on different things. That's pretty cool. Whoa, that lit up like a bonfire. Silica should be coming. Oh, the issue with silica. I remember what the issue with silica was. Nothing happened over the course of the evening. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Okay, well, we're going to get autonomous exploration done today, I hope. We're still moving slag out of here. I have no idea how much... No idea how much we're paying in slag costs. But that's fine. Accepted deliveries, 2. Okay, it's 2. That's fine. Paid off 2 of my loans. That's nice to do. Don't think it's really going to make that much of a difference. Steel plus nickel. Iron plus nickel, iron plus aluminium, iron plus tungsten. We can make, hold on, we can make iron. Potentially. Do we have anything? I thought we had like a source of whatever it is that we needed for iron here. No? Maybe I'm going crazy? Limestone sand, quartz sand. Silica. Okay, maybe not then. I thought we did. That's weird. Well, I'm not sure where we're gonna get. Not sure where we're gonna get our goods from. That's a bit worrying. Right, has the cost of wire recovered yet? Not really. I mean, we're not gonna be able to get iron. I mean, we're really not gonna be able to get iron unless everything's on sale. Pop by soon. Oh, thanks. How much steel do we need? Okay, 20 steel. 20 steel. There's only 5 available, though. Okay, alright. Cancel trade request. No. Exploration maps are on the cheap. But, no, I don't think that's worth it. Limestone. Dude, where is iron? I'm sure I saw, like, an iron source. Copper. Tungsten. Titanium. Wolframites. This is why we desperately need to explore, because apparently I'm just wrong and going crazy. I'm sure I saw an iron source. Anyway, where's my rover? It doesn't need to necessarily be nearby. It just needs to be there. Excavator has finished mining. What do you finish mining? You are mining silica. You finished that quartz source. Well, you can start in the next quartz source, can't you? That's going to be a bit unhelpful in a couple of places, but that is what it is. Yeah, we're getting closer to finishing up the automated exploration research. What's that? Hematite sand. Is that more hematite sand over here? What is iron? What can iron be found on? Hematite, Pyrite. We have pyrites. He says. Didn't we? Yes, we do. We have a very... I knew I wasn't going crazy. We have like a very, very, very minimal amount of the stuff. Right. Oh, look. No, no, no. Hold on. What am I talking about? It's all there. I told you. I knew we had it. Okay, that's gonna be brilliant. You know why that's gonna be brilliant? It's gonna save me so much money. Right. Let's get down to business. Let's do the business. Right, so we want to grab... Sure, stick it there. It's fine. Excavator. Booyah. Yep. Undo, undo. Did I buy the truck already? Did. Set as pickup point. Set as drop-off point. Excellent. And let's get refining. Beautiful. Iron, iron, and iron. Now that is what I like to see. Okay, that's looking and feeling pretty darn good. Very, very nice. Okay, so that's going to give us iron, and then we need to combine with tungsten at a rate of 2 to 1. Which should not be difficult to do at all. Okay. Gonna need to get yet another truck. Which is a terrifying amount. Says pickup point. Set as drop-off point. One, 2, 3, and then I'm immediately gonna count on that and move them all around a little bit. Go. Now, how is this gonna work? You're stuck. Oh my god. Okay, you're... Get out of there. You didn't need to weasel your way in there, did you? Hold on. Why do I need to do this as a separate thingy? I don't need to do this as a separate thingy. Let's do... Hold on. Sulfidite slag. Okay. Let's allow you to only... You know what? Stash that. Yeah, fine. And then... Maybe ditch this. Ditch that for now. Yeah. Hold on. I don't know how we're gonna get rid of sulfidite slag. That's, it's gonna be a bit of a problem. I suspect... Right, where's the truck that's doing the titanium transport? You need to set as pickup points. Yep. Tungsten. And then... Oops. Yep. Set as drop-off point. Tungsten. Excellent. Nothing at the pickup spot. Still waiting. What are you doing? What are you doing? What's this truck's whole vibe? Where are you supposed to be going? Right, you're clearly just... Like, whatever it is, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Slag? But no, this is already the slag truck. Okay, so that's useless. No space at drop-off spot. Okay, you know what? Okay, this truck can do pickup point, drop-off point, and do sulfide slag. There you go. It's going to allow us to fix the issue. I hate how much this is costing me in slag outflows. It's a lot. I also don't know if we can necessarily limit forces division of equal space for filtered goods. Yeah, you see, that's the real problem. Okay. I think there's another way to do this, by the way. I think there's another way to do this. Okay, so I'm immediately going to give up on... that idea. Let's do what I think is probably the better way of doing this. Get another storehouse over here. You're doing... What are you doing? You're doing the slags. That's fine. You're doing the other slag. You're doing titanium. No space at drop-off point. Set this as the drop-off point then. There you go. Perfect. So, here's what we can do. We can do this as all one big happy loop. There you go. Okay, we're making iron. Great. Let's get... Is steel made in a factory? Is steel made in a forge? Steel is made in a forge. How the bleeding heck do we make a forge? Tungsten, building frame. It's got to be in a prefab, right? Forge not researched. Oh, we need to research it. Oh no, that's a disaster. Okay, actually it's not a disaster. How are we still not done this? How are we still not done this? Are we... There was a truck issue. One of the trucks that was supposed to be doing the thing wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing. Oh my lordy. Okay, well, you know what? Let's get on top of that silica situation again. Brilliant. This is still, believe it or not, it's working the way that it should be. Basalt is still being transported. This is just a disaster. Tungsten, stash the tungsten. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. I mean, this sulfide nonsense to trash that. Yeah, so we need to build a forge. We need to get a forge done basically as soon as possible. There are going to be a few bits of silica here. We only need like 2 additional... Yep, there we go. Okay, that's going to get us the autonomous exploration. Thank goodness. Happy days. Let's toggle the autonomous exploration on as soon as we possibly can. Beautiful. Automatically explores. Fantastic. Let's select the forge. Brilliant. Okay. We're already going to get the wire. Excellent. Let's get the forge as well set up over here. We've got the tungsten coming in, and now we just need building frames. So let's set this to... In fact, actually, we don't even need to worry about that. We just need to get the truck that is doing the movement. Stash that in the headquarters. Yep. Set as pickup point. Set as drop-off point. I think that's still the easiest way to do it. There's also, you know, this whole setup. Request only resources with nowhere else to go. No, I don't think that's what we want to do. I think we're quite happy with this situation as is. Right. I also want to make, because I haven't made them yet, I want to make an over-ramp. There we go. What does that need? That needs concrete. Well, we can easily sort that out. There we go. It's nighttime. I would really like to make this forge. Really, really like to make this forge happen. I'd like to make it within the time frame as well. 20 seconds until night, and then we're going to have to wait until dawn before things start going again. I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. We have to deal with it. Man, the whole, you know, economy being dynamic is, that's a kicker. That's a kicker, isn't it? That's a real kicker. Also, I feel like we've barely scratched the surface. I mean, the tech tree is super large. Monstrously big. But yeah, the real problem is that everything shuts down overnight. I mean, you cannot do anything. I mean, there's wind in a couple of... I mean, it's not really wind in any specifically good places. Wind is good when a storm blows through, or you know, it becomes particularly windy. But not under any other circumstances. Gonna get to 2 additional storehouses to... actually, hold on, that's gonna need to be moved. 2 additional storehouses so that we can start moving resources pretty much as quickly as we possibly need to. That's just not what I wanted. Just not what I wanted at all. What we need here is a system that allows us to get, yeah, there we go, bits and bobs into the prefabricator in a pinch. What are we, 1 minute and 30 seconds away from the forge? I don't think that we're going to get that. I think we're going to get the steel request, which I think is nice. It's not the only way to generate money, you know, completing missions, but it's not bad. A maglev tube is blocked. Don't care. Doesn't matter. Excavator finished its mining. What were we mining here? Oh, tungsten. Yeah, so is that a problem that we don't have any more tungsten? I don't think so, particularly. But anyway, look at this. We're making... I tell you what, no, it is a problem. It is a problem. It's a real problem. We're going to need to buy this land. Yeah, what is that? Neodymium? Just like the magnets. There we go. That's the drop-off point. We need to keep the good times going, I think, in terms of tungsten. Unfortunately, there is nothing else that we can really do. Has to be done. Right. The cash kind of wiped me out a little bit. Can't return any rentals. I have absolutely no idea what the situation is if you go broke. I am completely unsure. What are we trading? Oh yeah, we're trading mineral wool, which is, I mean, it's just, it's literally pointless. We'll deal with an off-world faction instead. Oh, I thought, oh, I didn't realize that would torpedo my chances. I mean, look, at the end of the day, that's not necessarily a problem. We just need to get this done anyway. Go, tungsten. Is there a... There's no connection between tungsten here and here, is there? Yeah, so that's daft. Don't know why I'd set this up in the way that it was set up. This is useless. This is totally useless, this one. Don't know what I was thinking there. Limestone plus building frame plus wire for an extruder. That's not bad. I think I'll take that. That's going to allow me to at least do half the stuff. Limestone. Limestone's a no-go. Excavators finished mining. What was that? Oh, that's... quartz? There's more quartz here. There we go. I knew there was more quartz. That's cool. Right, you need to go pick up point, drop off point. We need to try and at least make a few more bits of cash. How are we doing research-wise? Man, just not as well as I would hope. I think we're gonna end up upsetting those people. I mean, can we make a farm? Is that possible? Building frame plus mineral wool. Hey, that's really possible. Yeah, let's absolutely get on that right now. Right. You're gonna do this. This needs to be, hold on, deconstructed, deconstructed, deconstructed. That's fine. Let's move. Incoming call. I will take a call in a second. Hold on. Pickup points. Answer call. 1 refinery. I'll take the bonus cash, but I'm skeptical as if I'll be able to actually get it finished. But hey ho. Right, get that mineral wool over there. We'll get this farm done. I think that it's not out with the realm of possibility that we get this steel trade deal done. It's going to be a bit of a tight turnaround, but I say that it's going to be a bit of a tight turnaround. Can't afford to rent any cargo transport. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? How do I get tungsten? If I do this... Hey, that works. Kinda. Not really, but kinda does. That works even better. It's broken there, but that's fine. That kind of worked. Tungsten, tungsten, tungsten. It's going. It's going. Okay, that's going to allow us to accelerate our steel production. That's good. Did we get our garden greenhouse? What are you doing? No. No, 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 no. Stash this, please. This is the pickup spot. Yeah, zoom to that one. Output, zoom to that one. Nothing at... Oh, it's the... There you go. That's... shouldn't have been tungsten. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. And of course, there's a power flipping crisis. There's always a flipping power crisis happening at some point or another. Anyway, forges are ready to go here. I mean, this is gonna... You know, just don't... You're gonna make me upset. It's fine. Right. What do we need to make a refinery? Water, ice, building frame, mineral wool. We do have all of those things. It's just a question about, you know, getting them into the prefab, actually. A pleasure to meet you. Our cause has been suffering under the Fed's rule for some time. Supplying us with weaponry would be most welcome indeed. Right. Bit yikesy. Habitat. For a factory, endpoint storage, or a launch pad. I think I'll take the money, thanks, because I'm not in the money business at the moment. Smelter. 3 stored. That's going to give me 30 bucks back. We might as well, but I mean, my goodness gracious me, it feels bad to do. Where's our rover? Our rover's exploring down there. Doing some fine stuff. No doubt. Wait, what? Oh, did I need to click? You know, just explore. Just please explore. I don't want to have to click every time I need you to do something. Right. So, habitat, farm. I mean, what's the extra? Bonus reward is 1 cargo transport. See, that's kind of where I think I would rather not have to deal with the cargo transport, and I would rather just get the straight up money to put me back into profitability status. Which would be very, very good. Solar panels. Solar panels are flipping useless. Although, look, 71%. Oh, it's because it's almost done. That's fine. Anyway, we're gonna end up giving ourselves a nice big old debt headache in a second, which is fine. Can I take out a loan? Any chance I can take out a loan? I can take out a loan from some other people, like Loan Sharky McShark over there or whatever. Yeah, let me guess. We've devalued mineral wool and also silica. I mean, we can't sell silica or whatever it is to these guys. Ah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. Does not matter to me at all. Right. So, steel, we got the forge tech. That's great. Excavators finished mining. That's fine. We're back on that. Right, so we should be able to get our farm. That's going to be a nice, easy win for us. Then we're going to get the habitat, and we're going to be off to the races. I know we're running a little bit of a deficit at the moment, but it's fine. Can we buy a forge? Or rent a forge, should I say? No. Cannot rent a forge, so we're going to need to build one. So, I just did the farm thing. Let's get you to do a trade mission. Did I not just... Oh, sell only. There we go. Wait, what? Okay, don't look at my cash. How do we do a trade mission to sell the farm? What? Only usable by customers. Build request, Titan first colony. I do need cash. Do I need to build this? Hold on. Do I need to build this Titan first colony? Ah, there we go. Perfect. I appreciate that. Now, let's return one of the vehicles that we have, if possible. Oh. What do we got? One factory, 10 underground power line, or bonus cash. What is it for? A comm tower. Just a singular comm tower. I tell you, there is a good chance that we're going to be able to make this happen. Can we get the habitat done, actually? Building frame plus wire? Oh, heck yeah, we can absolutely do that. I was going to, but I didn't. There we go. That's what you love to see. And then we get a transport little ramp thing. What's that? Oh, it's a whole process. How does this work? Vehicle overpass. Right. Okay, great. Okay, so that's how it works. Do we need to build it first? What the heck? Okay, just destroy this. There we go. Okay, right. Is that going to allow vehicles to pass over there? I'm unsure. Did we get that habitat done? I think we got that habitat built. Heck yeah! Let's find the place for it. Where is it? Who needs the habitat? Focus on? Oh my giddy aunt. These guys are miles away. Rebel base. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What a great concept, eh? Here's the extra 3,300. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Okay, what do you need? One farm? Hey, I'm on farms. Sorting house? What's a sorting house? Sorts all resources that pass through into maglev tubes. I like that. Proximity mines. Why would I need proximity mines? I run a friendly operation. We're going to get a farm, please. It's going to be building frame plus mineral wool. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Now we've hit our stride. We're just going to take extra cash every single freaking time. Right. I don't know what the situation was with trucks there. I don't know if I necessarily own any of these. Return this rented vehicle. Okay. I might have just completely ruined something. I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's check out the research tech tree and see what we can do. We also need to get forges down, which I actually can do now. Building frame plus mineral wool. Wire, mineral wool plus building frame. Thermocouple. I mean, what are we building towards? I don't know yet. Let's not focus on that for now. Oh my goodness, you got a launch pad off. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Oh, yes, I need to build forges, don't I? Yeah, what do we need for the forge? Copper plus building frame plus wire, or tungsten plus building frame plus wire. Okay, well, wire is easy enough to deal with. going to have to get another vehicle. And we're going to say set as pickup point. Filter as tungsten. I feel like what I should really be doing is just like maglev trucks or maglev rails that are able to carry lots and lots and lots of stuff. That to me seems like the most optimal way of going about doing things. With hindsight, of course, but hindsight's 2020. Refinery, comm tower, and farm. Oh, yeah, let's get this farm done, eh? There we go. Enjoy the extra 2,800. You're very welcome. One comm tower. Cooling tower, workshop. Cannon turret. I'll take 3,900, thanks. And I'm also going to try and pay off, There we go. Pay off 1. Let's not pay off 2. Just to be on the safe side. Again, I feel like that's... Oh yeah, how's my rover doing? Is it over here? It is indeed. Maybe a few more rovers could help out. There's so much space to explore. And to be fair, I do actually own like a not insignificant amount of stuff at the moment. Prefabricator, we need... Are we able to just build that right now? I'm gonna have to wait and see after we get done building the forge. In fact, we're probably gonna want to build like a couple of forges. But I also just don't think it's worth us exporting any resources at the moment. Building breaker. I can really go to town on some of these people if I wanted to, which I don't, or if I could figure out how to, which I also can't. Important to recognize there. Yeah, is there another land purchase in order? I feel like there might be. I feel like there might be. Also, this setup here, I'm pretty sure... Hold on. So there's what? You return that one. Yep. Return this one. Yep. Return this one. Yep. Okay. Let's do this. I think this might actually save us a whole bunch of money. So pyrite, we'll filter that to pyrite. We'll filter this to quartz. And we'll, of course, filter this to that. So then we're going to go here. Okay, nice. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, it might just actually auto-filter if we sort of merge everything up. Kind of looks like it's going to do that. There we go. And it goes exactly down the correct... Goes exactly down the correct way. Now, I realize I've created a bit of a conundrum. Yeah, can't reach drop-off spot. I know. There we go. Give you an overpass there. Now, it's going to be a little bit awkward to get in there, but it's fine. Okay. So that saves my bacon a little bit. Forge is ready. Let's get it down. It's just a sort of different way of thinking about processing, a different way of processing things, and a different way of thinking about things. What did I need? Power line, substation? No. Vaporizer stack? No. Comms tower, steel plus wire. Yep. Let's get that. And we got a storehouse over there. And you're doing tungsten. Let's get another truck. Again, I feel like there is a way that we can... this is pickup point, set as drop-off point. I feel like there is a better way of doing things than this, but... I mean, if it works, don't knock it, right? Okay. That's looking good. So we're going to get steel. And how much steel do we need? 20 steel. You know what? Let's cancel that, and instead, give me another forge. because that's going to be done in no time at all, and that's going to be handy. Now, so having just one singular prefabricator is obviously not optimal. We want to move to a situation where we have like a prefabricator for everything, especially like the more, you know, common things that we're placing, smelters, for example. That would be super handy. But to be brutally honest, we just do not have the space at the moment for any of that stuff. Like, we have space for about one. I don't think that we have the ability to get anything else up and running. Not yet. Not yet. In time. Alright, one more forge. Let's go. Okay. Everything's on sale. 75% discount. What do we got? Oh, lovely. I could buy 20 or 8 compacted trash. Or 5 nuclear fuel. That sounds a little bit more up my street, but not a problem. Out of power. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of to be anticipated, isn't it? There we go. Looking good. And we'll get this last forge down in just a second. We still out of power? Total generated, total needed. Yeah, we're fine. Forges do take up a lot of power, obviously. I mean, they're forges, for goodness sake, but that's fine. Anyway, yeah, I feel like I should maybe have done a bit more of a, I guess, a bit more of a sort of centralized system where we just use maglev rails a lot more than we currently are using. Comm towers. Let's get, what do I need? 2 of those? Pretty much. So that's 20 wires that are going to be ordered. A whole bunch of steel. I mean, that's just golden. I mean, that's going to give me 2 really, really, really easy sources of income. This refinery, I'm not sure if we can get the refinery. I was not paying attention to that one. Building frame plus mineral wool. So we have mineral wool. We do have mineral wool. I think this is a setup that we can kind of change around a little bit. Okay, that's an illegal maneuver. That's fine. Oh, this is going to be nasty, isn't it? Yeah, it's because of this hydrocarbon lake nonsense. It doesn't look like it's a different elevation, but it absolutely is. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Okay, let's get another comms tower ordered, and then we'll go and build this, which I have to do over here. Beautiful. Thank you for the money. Much appreciated. And then we're going to build the second one over there. What do you need? 30 electric motors. I mean, there's about a 0% chance that I'm going to be able to do that, but there you go. Let's pay off debts. And again, because I know that we're going to be able to get another 4 grand in just a second. What was that? That was a big explodey noise that I didn't like the sound of. Titan First Colony has gifted you a cargo transport. Excellent. Well, do I have to pay for the upkeep of it? So I have to pay for the upkeep of this building breaker, which is not fun. Let me tell you that for free. And it's a power cut night mode again. I mean, that is what it is. That is what it is. Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap this up, ladies and gents. MegaFactory Titan. I like it. Obviously, I have like not even come close to exploring, well, the fullness of Titan, but also the fullness of the tech tree, which is pretty good. A little bit of a unique one actually, and a bit of a mind bender to get your head around the way that things should be done. I feel like I was really using far too many cargo transports, but like there's so much technology, and a lot of it can really impact the game in quite a nice way by the looks of it. And I would very much be interested in playing more. Orbital warship, kinetic kill vehicle. Goodness gracious me. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Anyway, ladies and gents, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.